Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 10th episode of Kumo Desu ga Nani ka, and last episode was actually a pretty big one, you know? On the spider side of things, we had big old battle with the fire dragon being resolved, which is good, you know, because they tried to scare us a little bit that she was gonna die there, but she didn't, you know? The show definitely tries to do that, sometimes mislead you, and that was an example of that, but it all worked out. And then we had this guy just kind of pop out of nowhere that looks like he just jumped out of the end game of some MMORPG. And then we had like a smartphone drop into things so that Administrator D could have a quick chat with him in a language we don't understand, you know, telling him something that we're really unaware of, and then he just kind of left, you know. That was that. We saw him again later, but as far as Kumiko was concerned in that scene, he was gone. Right. So that was a pretty big deal. And then on the human side of things, we got some pretty good information. Like we actually got like a time number, which I think the first time we ever got that. 15 years ago, that phase egg was got, and also that silk was got as well. And, you know, presumably from the area that Kumiko is at. I think that was implied. But so, you know, basically, I think the overall implication is that for the humans, for the classmates, it's been 15 years since they've been isekai, and for Kumiko, it's just happened. So that pretty much does confirm a bit of a time discrepancy, which, you know, just more and more is making me curious exactly what it'll be like once Kumiko enters the overall plot, because so far she's been pretty separated from it. You know, we actually had the plot really rolling with the whole demon war kind of thing. We had the straight up evil council, and things are definitely starting for sure. Like it's felt like there's been a lot of build up, and we're starting to really get into the overall world conflict that's been building up. And if Kumiko becomes involved in that somehow, that could be pretty interesting. But oh yeah, also Julius is now the new hero because his brother died. So yeah, that was not a good thing for him. That was quite sad, especially because the way he learned about it, you know, in class and all that. That was I felt pretty bad for him, I'll be honest. But yeah, let's get into the episode and see exactly where things go from here, because I'm pretty curious about that. So 3, 2, 1, play. Whew. Pretty hot, I would imagine. That D chick. Yes, Renihunga was very Jozu. He probably does. Come on, guys, let's not fight. We're all each other has in here. You know, if it makes you feel any better, I'm right there with you. Oh, so something good did come out of that? Well, I mean, yeah. Let's just worry about what's in front of us. I agree. I'm glad we could come to that consensus. I see. Of course, you were influenced by that. Very impressionable spider. But yeah, if we could just like teleport out of here, that'd be great. That's one way to leave. Yeah, we might have been. Very interesting example. Oh wow, yeah. Just love that she has these interactions with her other spidery selves in her head. It's just nice that she has someone to talk to, you know? Even if it's herself. But yeah, if she could actually escape, that'd be great. Get to see get some fresh air. Get to see the sky. Not that I don't like the cave stratum thingy we're in, but the outside world's nice too. Oh, gotta love a jelly-filled donut. Learning spatial magic would be cool too, though. Really nothing much more convenient than being able to teleport places. You did. We do. Less stone. Yeah, there we go. I was waiting for the hug. Because he needed one. Uh, yeah, do you care at all? Like, even a little bit that he died? You just at least pretend to, you know? It's pretty crazy. That's kind of what I was assuming, yeah. You're really trying to make me tear up, aren't you, show? You're getting kind of close. Huh. That is certainly something interesting. Uh, Thank you for your report, sir. Yeah, the demons have definitely made their move. No doubt about that. Probably for the best. Especially Shalane's hero status. Do you understand that? Because you're the one I'm kind of worried about. But schoolmates and friends. But I get it, yeah. Yeah, he could end up having to fight against Hugo at some points, the way things are going. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed to happen at some point. As a battlefield, alright. Very corpsey. Very important to get rest while you can. Pretty cool looking staff. Rondund. That's a hard name for me to pronounce. Rondund. So is there time to, you know, deal with those bodies, or we're just gonna leave them there for the now? That number again. If you have stories from that period, I'm glad to hear them. Some of the names on this show. A whole hour ago, man. Okay, okay. Getting called out. You had a 50% chance to get the right leg. Well, if he was, that would be understandable. Just like laughing back there. We could be attacked at any second. A spider monster. I mean, if it's a spider, I think it is. I'd rather you not. No. And we did see a battle with a spider in a previous episode, I'm pretty sure. I think Julius was a part of that battle. So that would have been after this one, chronologically, then. What do we got? Oh, yeah, spider threads. We're definitely in the right area. Those beautiful spider threads. Kumo Desu ga Nani ka? Those some strong threads. Might be some fire magic. You know, let's go Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on this place. Anyone got their slingshot ready? Maybe some Deku nuts. More firepower! Just don't burn your comrades. They hate when you do that. Well, I got the job done. That's what's important. Nah, they'll get over it. I am expecting something to happen nonetheless. I mean, if but the spider should be on the roof, that's how it would go. Yeah, I think she may have heard you try to burn it down. Might not be a big fan of that. It's a spider, Nanika. Yeah, this could be the spider I think it is. She's got a lot of skills. Or again, they're trying to mislead us, you never know. I'm open to both options. But... Oh! It's like stabbed through him. What exactly did she do? I had to have done something. Oh, right. That would be the first thing you do, yeah. Gotta know what you're dealing with. All the text. I bet you're scared now. Uh, you say that now. Blocked. You know, you'd probably be best to leave, guys. Because I'm pretty sure you're not gonna win this fight. Almost like human level wisdom. Ooh. Ow. You might be eliminated either way, really. I mean, clearly he survived somehow, though, if he tells the story. So it was like literally everyone gonna die but him. I can see that happening. Summon the birds. Oh wow, what is that? It's like a pink kitty cat and a fish. We have a very interesting group of animals here. How much help is a fish really gonna be? I mean, probably. She does know her poison. Stare down. Well, the Magikarp used water gun. Yeah, this is a very interesting battle because of the summonings that he did. Makes it very chaotic, unpredictable. But I think we know this way it's gonna go. Yeah, now it's time to panic, guys. Bet you weren't expecting that. Is Rock Turtle scared? There goes his health. So... hopefully, but... I don't know. Yeah, I gotta block it. Oh god, that was an arm. At least he has 2 of those. Oof. Well, looks like most of them got away. Yeah, we need a healer pronto. Yeah, they kinda died. They messed with the wrong spider. Why'd you gotta remind me about that? Don't die on me, man. That's what I'm thinking too. Jesus Christ, how can one girl be so sexy? It's kind of unfair to the rest of the world. And is that seriously the end of the episode? I'm still waiting for us to get the idol content in this show. I think there should be a little bit of time left. Yeah, so there might be an after credits scene. There is nothing wrong with being a spider. What happened now? Did you not get out? How rude. I would say so, yeah. Kumo did nothing wrong. Marked. just keeps dancing over there. There's an echo in here. Yeah. Okay. Taboo is now level 10. Yeah, that's probably not a great idea, but, you know, we've been down this path for a while. Next time is the big battle, huh? Oh, okay. Well, that was the 10th episode of Kumo Desu ga Nanika, and she even mentioned being level 10 taboo there, so that's pretty fitting. Okay, so man, this episode, where to really begin? Obviously, we're dealing with the aftermath of Julius's death. You know, as I thought we would. You know, it's obviously a pretty big deal losing the hero like that, and Schlane losing his brother. Like it's pretty horrible stuff. You know, we know how much Schlane looked up to him and whatnot. So a lot of people were pretty bothered by that, except for that, you know, that one dude who didn't seem to care that much. But there's always one guy like that, isn't there? But also, we got reports about the movement from the demons. You know, we had our evil council meeting, but they didn't see that, right? But yeah, we got to hear about what happened after that. Attacks were done on fortresses. Some were handled better than others, and there were definitely casualties, that's for sure. And this actually led us to kind of segue into a bit of story time. You know, our really powerful legendary mage talked about 15 years ago when he went into a certain cave den area, you know, that supposedly had a spider in it, and they saw some webs and stuff, and eventually, stupid microphones. Anyway, they eventually found the spider itself, right? And yeah, it definitely did remind me a lot of the first dungeon of Ocarina of Time. Just so many similarities, webs that you burn, spider on the roof, you know, just yeah, of course, you know, this spider is a bit more powerful. This one was quite strong. And it was pretty clear that they were trying to imply pretty heavily that this was, in fact, Kumiko, right? Talking about wisdom and skills and all that kind of wisdom a regular spider you wouldn't think would have. So and not only that, but we also had the stinger where Kumiko, it seemed like she was talking about the same story just from her perspective, right? Intruders and all that she had to deal with. But which makes you think that they happened about the same time. But, you know, the spider in that from their perspective looked a lot scarier, you know, than you know the Kumiko we see. That's a bit, you know, sillier, right? I don't know how much to make of that, though. Maybe it's just a matter of perspective, you know? Like, we are kind of seeing Kumiko more of like her inner self rather than what she physically looks like to an extent. You know, there could be a bit of that at play, you know, artistic liberty, or whatever you want to call it. But, I mean, the way she was describing it, it seemed like that's what she was talking about, getting rid of these intruders that are burning up her home. But, again, I'm always ready for misleading red herrings and stuff like that, because before it seemed like they were trying to imply that Kumiko would become the Demon King, but you know, that seems to not be the case. It seems to more likely at this point be that she, you know, all the taboo skills and whatnot eventually leads her to becoming a member of the demon's army, you know, the what do they call it, nightmare labyrinth, something like that, you know, like that very well could be Kumiko for sure. But yeah, I don't know exactly what to say about that whole thing. Like, if that is indeed the case, like, is there any, like, salvation for her? Like, any going back? I don't know. Like, that's, like, obviously having the main character become, you know, evil, like this is a very interesting, you know, plot point. But, like, I'm not sure exactly where it would end up going. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, really. Like, there's still so much I'm not completely sure about, so I don't want to get too much into that. But, because before we had a battle with a spider that seemed like the same type as Kumiko, but that probably wasn't Kumiko in that previous episode. This one seemed much more like it was, for sure. But still, it might not necessarily be. But yeah, if in our current timeline we do have a more evolved Kumiko that's just like on the Demon King's side as, you know, a powerful unit. That's some pretty interesting stuff, and I'm definitely curious where exactly we go with that. Because they wouldn't just kill off Kumiko, right? And that's not even taking into consideration the teachers made a comment before about Kumiko being dead. Well, she didn't say Kumiko, she said her real name. But, you know, although, yeah, there's still so much I'm not sure about, really. But, yeah, things are definitely progressing right now, that's for sure. Kumiko has not yet left the stratum, just yet. But it's only a matter of time. One way or the other, it's only a matter of time. And otherwise, I'm not sure really what to say about the episode, really, but I mean, Shalane pretty much has had this hero role thrust upon him. They're trying to keep it pretty secret for the time being, but you know, Shalane, he's still like kind of in his training, right? Like he's not a full-fledged warrior quite the same as Julius, right? So I don't know, like, how ready is he really to be taking up this hero mantle? Like, he doesn't have much choice in the matter, essentially, because he's kind of been forced into it. But I am a little bit worried about how things will go for him, especially right now because he's still dealing with the Julius death and all that. He's dealing with that on top of this fact that he has this new responsibility thrust upon him, right? So there's a lot there to worry about for sure. So, but war has begun. I mean, with this, the war has officially begun, so I imagine that'll be the focus a lot going forward. And I'm very curious what developments will come as a result of that, when Hugo will get an important role again. Because you know some big battle between Hugo and Shalane is coming at some point, right? Like that's, I'm pretty sure we see a glimpse of that in the opening itself, so that's got to be a thing to look, so that's the thing to look forward to for sure. But yeah, we'll see how things go in the next episode, so until then, bye-bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.